What's up guys, Noah Lohana here. It's been a while since I posted, but today we're talking about a photo shoot that I went on the weekend, and after talking about some of the bangers that I was able to get, we're going to end this video off with a bang. So stay tuned till then and enjoy the video. Alright, so this first photo here is of a new friend of mine who absolutely loves photography. The idea was just to kind of catch her looking at a photo, just as a photographer who is checking photos and whatnot. But yeah, this one, it was actually quite cool because I shot it in live mode, which means that I didn't look through the viewfinder, I looked on the screen, on the camera. So I didn't look through there, looked on the screen. But yeah, I really like this photo. At first it seemed quite flat and low contrast and whatever, so I had to add in some masks and tone down some of the highlights quite a bit and add in quite a bit of contrast as it was very flat. It took me quite some time to get the right sort of amount of contrast. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this photo. It's quite simple, but as a photographer I can see that it tells a story. I think as all photographers can relate to this. So yeah, moving on to this photo. Now this guy, his name is Liam. I'll drop a link to his Instagram account in the description. He has just started photography. He's just started an online class, the same one that I did. And while he was taking a photo of me, I was like, okay, you take a photo of me while I take a photo of you. So he held up the camera like this, obviously, and I took the photo. Now, the problem with this photo, I took two versions of it, is the one was slightly underexposed, the one was overexposed. I decided to go with the overexposed one. However, the highlights were quite severe. So yeah, I had to darken those quite a bit and then use some masks around the lens to just brighten that up, as that was completely underexposed. Use a linear mask on the left side just to brighten that up, because the way the sun was coming at him, it was as if he had like a direct shadow line on his face going towards the left of the photo. And then I just changed a bit of the colors and the color scheming and whatnot. And yeah, overall I actually really enjoy this photo. This is one of my favorites of that day. But yeah, no, I love this photo. This is one of my favorites. Then third of most of the bangers is this one here. Now this one is actually of my sister. You guys have seen her in some previous videos. Well, most of them. So she was sitting down next to this tree modeling for some of the other photographers that were with us on the group, and I was like, trying to find that unique angle, because all of them were like getting in front of her, getting her face in, and all that sort of thing. And I was like, let's try something different here. So I went behind her and took this one here. Now, originally, there's not that much depth of field. Like, even though those trees in the background are really far away, it's not so blurry in the sense of the word. So I had to really darken the highlights in the background there and put a mask over this tree that she's sitting on, just to draw more attention to her. Then what I did is I put a radial mask on her and inverted it and turned down the exposure so that everything except for her was a bit darker, so it draws your attention to her without having to use a vignette in that kind of way. So yeah, this is actually a really cool photo. I might think of posting it, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've got a line of photos to just roll out on the gram. But yeah, now the fourth one is probably my favorite photo of the day. So Liam again was modeling. Was just trying to teach him in a sense how to model, because he'd never really been on a photo shoot before. So yeah, what we had him do was, we were at the local mountain bike skill park. So for those of you who don't know mountain biking, there's a park down the road from where I live where there's some in dumb man's words, a racetrack, where you can go mountain biking, and they have these certain obstacle courses. And this one in particular was a wooden bridge type thing. Obviously I'm using layman's terms. I'm a mountain biker myself, so I know the technical terms or whatever. But yeah, this one we had him sit down, and originally I was going for a different pose, but then a mate of mine actually said, you know what, rather get him to sit like this. And then after thinking of that, I decided to actually focus on the shoes. And the message that I thought with this photo was that quote. I'm not quite sure, I can't remember where it was from, but it was that thing, you can tell a lot about a man by looking at his shoes. So with these shoes in particular, they're quite dirty, and I was able to bump up the texture on the sole of the one right in front quite significantly. But yeah, it was actually quite funny because it was such a favorite of mine. I like full on posted it directly after I edited. So a friend of mine was like, "Wow, that was a quick post." So yeah, that is my favorite of the day. Sorry about that. A car was driving by and made quite a lot of noise, so I had to quickly stop recording. Anyway, so the last and final banger, in the sense of the word of the day, is this one here. Now, like looking at it now, I can see there's some changes I would have made when taking it and also in post-processing. But yeah, this is the first photo of the day actually, when we were just warming Liam up to modeling and teaching him a bit how to model. And yeah, so again, it's on the same obstacle wooden bridge as the previous one with the shoes. But yeah, this is the original pose that I had in mind until a mate of mine told me to have him sit with like the one where we focused on the shoes. But yeah, this is obviously just not my favorite of mine, but I do enjoy it. However, the one with the shoes is just without a doubt my favorite. So yeah, those are the photos of, like, those are just the ones that really I thought were just the best of the day. But yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I need to see if my good friend Noah Wiertzber is available. Funny thing, his name's also Noah. We are busy filming something. I won't tell you now. So yeah, stay tuned for the end of this video just to see what we've been working on the past couple of days. And yeah, see you guys then. Rightio, so just prepping now for my shoot. Got my gear all packed out, got a jersey on just because it's too hot for the jacket. But yeah, just waiting for the model to come by, and then we're going to do some fun things. Stay tuned to see what we're going to do. Sweetness. Alright dude, you need to introduce yourself to the cam, eh?
No.
To the crowd. Alright, so that's Noah, another Noah. I'll put his Instagram link in the description. But we are on a main street, obviously, as you can tell. But we're not telling them what we're going to do just yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check it at the end of the video. Right here, we're back now. Had some great fun. Went and hung out with him for a bit. But yeah, so I won't keep you guys from waiting any longer for the surprise that you've been waiting for. So I'm going to say goodbye now. Don't forget to like this video if you did, and smash that subscribe button if that's something that you're into. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you my very first B-roll video.